Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Devi and you are watching Just Devi Marie. First off, happy new year to you guys. I wish you nothing but the best for 2021. So in today's video, I will be kind of doing a review of 2020 or some type of reflection of 2020. So I'm going to be talking about all the things I'm thankful for, and also I'm going to be talking about things that I don't want to take with me into 2021. So if you guys want to see and want to hear what I have to share, please stay tuned. Alright you guys, so before I get into my little 2020 reflection, I want to remind you guys to subscribe to my channel. I also want to remind you guys to like this video. Also, if you're watching, you can leave in the comments I don't know, some kind of fireworks or some kind of sparkles, to celebrate the coming of 2021. Yeah, leave that in the comments and let me know you're watching. Also check out my other channel called Yardmens, and of course the other videos on my channel. I actually put together a little holiday playlist for all the videos that I would have done during this Christmas or holiday season, so you guys can check that out. I will have it linked in the description below. So I know for a lot of us 2020 was a year that kind of took us by surprise. A lot of things that probably would have happened this year we didn't see coming, and I know that a lot of that can come with a lot of negativity, but today I really just want to talk about what I'm really thankful for this year. And this is in no way trying to put down any struggle or any hard thing that others who are watching may have gone through. I do not discredit anything that you'd have gone through, but I just decided to focus on some positives and just to talk about what I'm extremely thankful for, because honestly, I'm so thankful that I actually made it into 2021. So if I'm never telling you Happy New Year already, Happy New Year and all the best for 2021. So the first thing, which is probably kind of obvious, that I want to give thanks for throughout 2020 is good health. And I know because we've been in a pandemic for almost a year, I know that is something that a lot of people cannot say, but I honestly don't take it for granted that I never once had to visit the hospital. I never once got sick, and I am truly grateful for that. Also, that's not only the physical health that I feel like I've been experiencing, but also emotionally. I feel like, I don't know, I've just been in a really good place. For a majority of 2020, I was in a really good place in terms of my emotions, so I'm definitely thankful for that too. I'm not gonna say that there weren't times when I did feel a little ways. I did feel a little ways, but for the majority of the year, I feel like I was in a really good place, and even ending out the year, I feel like I'm in a really good place, and I'm just very thankful and grateful for that. Another thing that I want to highlight, and another thing that I'm super grateful for, is my husband. I am so grateful for him. I feel like he's the best person I could have spent this stay-at-home quarantine pandemic with, honestly. And I know a lot of people again can't really say that, but trust me, we have grown so much together, and he has definitely been there with me through the highs and lows of 2020. He has been there with me to celebrate me. He has been there with me, when I've gone through some very sad times, and I'm really appreciative for that. He helps me and supports me in so many ways, and I'm truly thankful to have a support system and to have a partner like him. So if you're watching, Sean, pick up your good self. I love you, and I thank you so much for the support during 2020, and I'm so excited to see where we're gonna go in 2021. I'm also pretty thankful and super thankful to have a job. I know a lot of people would have lost their jobs or experience like pay cuts or demotions or loss of hours, cutting hours and stuff like that, but honestly, I'm super thankful that I still have a job. I was able to keep my job for the entire year. I was able to get my paycheck for the entire year. I know a lot of people, though, they kept their jobs. Sometimes they would have gotten their pay like really late, or maybe not, being paid what they were really supposed to get in the time that they were supposed to get it. So I'm super thankful for that. I really am thankful too for the flexibility of my job. you know, not having to be on the bus every day, you know, going into work, but being able to work from home, that honestly is truly a blessing. Because if you don't know me, if you don't watch my bus story, you don't know say me is a bus girl, me take the bus, you understand? And a lot of times that can be challenging, and with the whole pandemic and everything, you know, there's so many other things that you have to take into consideration once taking public transportation. But honestly, super thankful that I was able to keep my job, that I was able to work from home. That has been truly a blessing for me. I'm also super thankful for being able to start my YouTube channel. If you've been watching me for a while, you know that it has been something that I've been wanting to do for a very long time. And because of different things, I just felt like it wasn't the right time, or I felt like I couldn't do it. But honestly, this year has allowed me to really take the plunge and actually start a YouTube channel, and I'm super grateful to everyone who has subscribed. If you are watching right now and you're not a subscriber, I really want to big you up, because thank you. The only way that I could grow this channel is really by your support, and I really want to thank you guys for your support. And honestly, starting a YouTube channel has not only been an outlet for me to share certain things that I feel like are beneficial to you or whoever watches my videos, but also it has allowed me to connect with a lot of people that I knew a long time ago and probably lost touch, or for whatever reason, being on YouTube and posting content, and based on the different things that I would talk about from week to week, like, we have been able to connect in a different way. There have been so many of you ladies especially who have really reached out to me and who have really supported me by sharing my content on your stories, and you know, leaving comments in the comments below and stuff like that. Those things really make me feel like I want to keep going. And so I'm truly grateful. I won't get into calling names, but you guys know yourselves who I've really become really close to, you know, who really encourage me on the YouTube journey, who are in my DMs all the time encouraging me to keep going, who share my content. Big up on yourself. I really do appreciate the love, and I don't know, I'm just really glad and thankful for the opportunity to be able to be creative in this kind of way. So I'm really thankful for this YouTube channel, and I'm excited to see where 2021 will take this channel. So thank you guys for all the likes, all the follows, subscribe, all of those things, because some of you guys find me on YouTube and you also go over to Instagram and follow me too and hail me up in my DMs over there. So big up on yourself, all the people that I've gotten to know on this journey, though it hasn't been a year yet, but it's the close of the year that I would have started. Thank you so much. Another thing that I'm truly thankful for is being able to stick to my fitness journey. Now, you guys know that I started in January, or maybe you don't know because probably this is your first video watching, but I did start my fitness journey on January 2nd, 2020, and I've been able to continue that fitness journey until the end of the year, and I'm going to continue it. I actually want to do a video dedicated to 2020, the year of fitness for me, just to kind of talk you through it, because honestly it was a very realistic journey. It wasn't a journey where it was like, okay, in the first 2 months I lost all the weight that I wanted to, or I was at the fitness level that I wanted to. So it was a very realistic journey. It may be really different from what you see portrayed a lot on social media or on YouTube. A lot of the videos that I see are always talking about, okay, I lost 50 pounds in 2 months, or I lost 100 pounds in 5 months, or something drastic like that. But honestly, my weight loss / fitness / health journey, it really has been a journey, and I've gone through so many different stages in the journey, and I feel like it's something that could be really beneficial to y'all. So hopefully pretty soon I'm going to be doing a video talking about my year on a fitness / health journey. So I'm really thankful. I honestly didn't think that I would ever be this kind of person who would work out every single week, and that was my goal in terms of fitness. I wanted to just be able to work out every week, even if it's 1 time a week. I want to be able to be active, and I definitely was able to work out every single week for the entire year. So honestly, from somebody who is not very active like that, or hasn't been like super active like that since like high school, you know, doing sports in high school and stuff like that, it has been like, it's something that I'm super proud of myself for. And yeah, I guess I'll talk to you guys more in depth and in detail when I actually do a dedicated video on that. But I'm super thankful for how far I've come from January till now. Another thing that I'm super thankful for is that I'm not broke, I'm not have no debt, honestly, that is probably something that a lot of us as young people who don't have debt, we take for granted. But not being in debt and not being broke, and even though a lot of us like to portray ourselves as being broke or we never have it, I don't know if it's a Jamaican cultural thing where we always say, I won't have it. We are tell people say we not have it, but honestly, I can say that I financially am in an okay place. I'm in a good place. I don't want for anything. It's not that I can go out and buy the latest this, the latest that, but honestly, my bills are paid. I'm not in any debt. I don't owe anybody. So honestly, that's a huge blessing for me, and I want to continue that into next year. I want to continue to be able to save. I do have some things that I want to let go of in terms of spending for next year, but honestly, I don't have no debt. I'm not broke. My bills then paid. And I'm super thankful for that, because not everyone can say that in a year with the pandemic, in a year of just a lot of stuff, a lot of heavy stuff happened this year, and not a lot of people can say that, but I'm truly thankful for those things. I'm not balling by no means, but honestly, my bills then paid. If I want food for buy, I can buy my food, I can buy my grocery. So I'm very, very thankful for that. So now I want to go into some of the things that I want to leave behind in 2020. I don't want to take them with me in 2021. And honestly, I know that I will probably say some things here and you might want to hold me accountable, meaning, yeah man, I think you did say in your video say rate and say, but these are things that I'm going to have to continuously work on. It's not a case where I'm saying these things and as soon as January 1 come, them just done and stop and stop do them. But it's things that I'm constantly going to have to work on. So yes, you can hold me accountable if you know me like that or whatever, you can, yes, but don't feel like because I said them here I'm never ever going to have to battle with them next year. But just know I'm putting it out there because 2021 is definitely a year that I want to let go of some things, so let's get into that. The first thing I want to let go of and not carry with me into 2021 is unnecessary spending. I realized throughout 2020 that a lot of things I really do not need, especially being at home a lot, working from home, not really having the need or not really being able to, because you really were supposed to stay home as much as possible, only really going home for essential things. That a lot of things I really do not need. A lot of things that I spend money on, like clothes and those kind of stuff, I really don't need those things. And my clothes are one thing about me. I need to start wear my clothes, wear them because I need buy them. So stuff like that, little things that I don't need to be spending on, I really want to leave that behind. I really want to change my way of thinking in terms of what is really a priority, because as much as I'm somebody who is very, I would say, frugal, so I don't necessarily buy expensive things, but when you're buying multiple frugal things, it does add up, you know what I mean? So I want to get rid of the unnecessary spending for 2021. So the next thing I want to leave behind in 2020 is feeling bad about things that I don't need to. Sometimes I really feel a lot. You may not know that I really feel a lot, because you guys know I would have talked about the fact that I am very closed a lot of times, and so, but I still do feel a lot and I observe a lot, and I don't want to feel bad about feeling a certain kind of way. I would have said before in a previous video that I'm the type of person that I'm just a different kind of girl. So a lot of things where people say that are popular, I don't necessarily agree with. Just because in the long run, if you really think about them and not just follow what people say, it don't really make sense. And so I don't want to feel bad for thinking differently. I don't want to feel bad for upholding certain standards. I don't want to feel bad because my opinion is not necessarily popular. And you guys know that I'm a Christian. I do believe in God and I do try to live by his standards. And you know, the Bible does talk about being different from this world. Yes, you live in the world, yeah, but you're not doing the things of the world, and you should be set apart. And from people see you, them should have seen that light there shine. And so I need to stop feeling bad about certain things that I don't agree with. There are a lot of things sometimes that I want to speak on, and so some things that I really want to share, and sometimes I just feel bad. I feel like, well, nobody not really want to hear what I have to say. But honestly, if it's something that God really wants me to say, I need to stop being coward about it, and I just need to speak and not feel bad for speaking, for sharing my opinion on certain things. Because honestly, me as a girl where you say something, I'm just quiet, I'm just say alright. but I feel like I really need to not be afraid or ashamed to speak out when it comes down to certain things. So I'm gonna be working on doing that in 2021. And honestly, I'm not the type of girl who like drama, so I'm not, when I say that, I don't mean like getting into petty little things with people on social media. No, that's not what I mean. I mean like things that I know are impactful and will impact people. That's the kind of thing that I want to share. Yeah, and I don't want to feel bad about sharing, because sometimes I'll type some things to share and I know that it's something that is definitely gonna uplift somebody and I just delete it. But I want to get rid of that for 2021. The next thing I want to stop doing is doubting myself and my abilities. I know that I do have high standards and stuff like that, and I know that anything that I've ever put my mind to, I've been able to do it and accomplish it. But sometimes when I want to do certain things, there is always this little feeling of, no girl, that's not for you. Or maybe you see somebody else doing it and you feel like, well, I don't think I can do it, when you know that is something that you really can do. And so I really want to just hone into the fact that I can do anything with God's help, and with God anything is possible for me in my life, and I have the ability with the help of God to do what I want to do, to succeed at what I want to succeed at. And so I need to stop thinking small, and I need to stop putting myself in a box, because I'm so much more than just one little box. And so I really want to stop doubting myself. I really want to be more confident in myself too, which honestly, if I'm being honest, I definitely feel like I've gotten a lot more confident. And I think through 2020, and I think that is because of like my whole fitness journey and me just seeing myself in a different light. Because there were some times this year I was just like, girl, you are so good looking, like why did it ever feel like you never look good? Like why did doubt say God never make a beautiful creation like yourself? And so yeah, I definitely want to stop doubting myself in all areas of my life and know that I can do stuff. I'm not too young to be able to attain certain things. So yeah, I'm gonna stop doubting myself for 2021. Similarly to doubt, there always creeps in a little fear. So I definitely want to stop being fearful of a lot of things in 2021. I want to step out more in faith and do certain things that I want for myself, for my family. Like I need to stop being afraid, and I need to have courage. And I know the only way that I can really stop being fearful also is to big up my spiritual life, big up my godly Christian life even more, work on my relationship with Christ a lot more, because yeah, his plans for me are great and are good, and his plans are not for me to be afraid. You know, whom shall I fear? You know, the Lord is my light and my salvation. Whom or what shall I fear? Nothing, because I have God with me. So fear is something else that me want to get out of my life, for sure. There are some things that I won't really mention on here that I've been like, I'm just really afraid to do, and I just need to stop it. I just need to stop being fearful, because like I don't have anything to be afraid about. God is with me, he's my protector, he's my provider, so I don't need to worry about anything. So yeah, I'm definitely going to be stepping out of fear and stepping into faith. I know sometimes with the whole social media, it can cause us to want to compare ourselves with other people's journey and other people's lives, and sometimes we may feel overwhelmed. Like I usually feel overwhelmed like towards my birthday. When my birthday is coming up, I usually feel like really overwhelmed, because I start thinking about things that, you know, me say me did want to have by the time I'm X age. Or when it comes down to the end of the year, sometimes too, I start thinking about what I didn't accomplish in 2020 or the year, you know, before. And sometimes that can put you in a little funk. So honestly, I want to stop feeling like I need to rush, because I'm not on anybody's timeline except for my own. God has me on a particular road, and that's the road that I'm going to follow. I know that my life is a process, and in order for me to progress in my life, I have to, you know, leave certain things to him. So I don't have to feel need to be rushing. I don't need to feel like I need to be comparing myself to anybody else. I just need to focus on what God wants me to do and not rush it, because his timing is perfect, and I really need to believe in that. The last thing that I want to leave behind is feeling like I can do everything on my own. For a long time, I have always felt like my support system wasn't all that good when it came on to friends. Like, I love my family, I love my husband, yeah, my husband is my family, so yeah, I love my family, and I feel like I have a lot of support from them, yes. But I always felt like, well, not always, but maybe in 2020, I kind of felt like, in terms of friends, when I say friends, people, I mean somebody that I can talk to about a lot of stuff, like deep stuff. And I know that a big part of that is because I'm so closed, and I really guard my heart really hard, but I also don't let people in. And I want to really work on that. I want to really form some genuine, real connections. Not to say that the connections that I mentioned before weren't real, but there were connections on a particular thing. So I want to actually, you know, be a little bit more open to people. I also want to try and mentor people too, because a lot of what the world says we can do, honestly, people, we can definitely do. And a lot of what the world is saying that is supposed to go this way is really not supposed to. And I feel like a lot of our young people and a lot of other people too need to know that. They need to know that this world is not just all about superficial stuff. This world is not all about things and luxury items. Yes, the luxury items have a place, but it's not all about that. There's so much more to this world than things and than likes and follows and stuff like that. What is really your impact? So that's definitely something that I want to do for 2021. You know, I don't feel like I can do it on my own, and in turn try to help others too, you know, so that they don't feel like they have to do it on their own either. So I really want to try and open up myself some more to some, you know, people, and of course that would take a lot of prayer, because me not just open up myself to anybody, but it's definitely something that I'm a lot more open to working on in terms of friendships and stuff like that. So yeah, I know that here a lot of people bash friends and say, oh, people are this or that, but honestly we need people, and that's something that I'm trying to learn for 2021. So you guys, I want to thank you for watching another episode. This is the first episode of 2021. Again, I want to wish you guys all the best for the year. I pray that all the things that God has in store for you, that they will come to pass, and that you just have a wonderful year of good health and, you know, joy and peace and family time and fellowship and success and wealth and all that is good. I wish for you guys. I want to remind you guys to subscribe, like this video. Remember to comment some fireworks or some flashing lights in the comments below to let me know that you're watching. You can also tell me if there's anything that you want to leave behind in 2020, or just tell me what you're thankful for since making it through 2020. Remember to check out my previous videos on the channel and my other channel, Yadmins. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.